Am I audible to you guys? Aditya.
You're audible.
Yeah, fine. So, good evening, everyone. I am Deepak, GirlScript campus lead, representing GirlScript organization in Saptagiri College of Engineering, Bangalore. I'm very excited to inaugurate our first event in Saptagiri College, that is Bootcamp SCE 2020. We have got good response in registrations, and both in the participants we can see more than 150 plus. That's more than expected. And our event tagline is like it starts all from zero. So there are two reasons why I kept this tagline. The one, everyone are starting from beginning, the coding world. I mean Python, everything will be started from zero, from for beginners. And the next point is when you are entering into the coding world, the values will start from zero. You will understand at the end of the session or at the end of our PyCamp event that why zero is very important in coding world. So coming to our details of what's today inside about event. Second. Yes. So today we will be explaining about what is GirlScript, because many people doesn't know what is GirlScript or who are we, what are we doing here, and why did we tying up with college and conducting events for you people. And the next one is like about Python, because it's not only important how are you learning the coding, but it's also important why are you learning the coding. So today we will understand why Python is important for irrespective of any branch you are, any year you are studying, or from any field you are. Python is playing a major role. And then the last topic will be about our PyCamp event and how the this event goes for 2 weeks. Every details will be explained, and later you can ask your doubts also. So when I hear the name GirlScript, the first thing comes in mind. In fact, for me also, the first time when I heard the GirlScript, the myth was like, okay, this organization is only meant for the girls, by the girls, or to help the girls. But the fact is, it has equal proportion of learners, either beneficiaries or the like we are conducting the events, right? Almost 50-50% are boys and girls. So that is the one thing we have to tell about girlship, that might is girls only, but fact is that we have equal proportions either in any events, any events we are conducting, we will be having equal proportion. So a quick about explanation about girlship foundation. It was started in June 2017 and it was nation's first biggest tech community. Yes, you can see many online platforms or organizations which gets paid courses or do paid courses or paid events or conferences, but girlship foundation is the first one which was totally a non-profit organization meant for encouraging or building the skills among the students who are from tier 2 tier 3 colleges and tier 2 and tier 3 cities. It has been established in Nagpur by Anubha Maheshwar, and they have core team members called C Mohit, Chinmay, tech lead. I mean, they are taking care of everything in all over India. And GirlScript has opened its branches including in Africa and Nepal also. So there are more than 2 or 3 countries where GirlScript is actively working and improvising the students' skills. And yes, it is welcome to collaborate with other organizations in future. You will also see which all organization we will collaborate. The main motto will be education first. So the purpose of this organization is providing as much as possible education, reaching as much as students from tier 2 tier 3 cities and those people who are unprivileged. And the goal is spread awareness about tech, give opportunities to everyone with high focus for tier 2 tier 3, as I said before. And here we will not only conduct about coding events or hackathons, we will also be conducting soft skills training placement series. We will explain it later. So this was all about GirlScript Foundation. So GirlScript Foundation will take care of all over India or other countries wherever branch is there. And under GirlScript there comes chapters. Chapters are called as like GirlScript Bangalore, GirlScript Mumbai, GirlScript Hyderabad. So those cities will be taking care of one more team. They will be under GirlScript Foundation. And this GirlScript Bangalore has given an opportunity for college. They have tied up with college, made selected for few representatives, few teams to look after, to reach more and more events to each and every colleges as much as possible. And we are privileged to announce that yes, our college is also part of GirlScript Bangalore, which comes under GirlScript Foundation. So coming to past programs, so GirlScript Foundation has conducted various programs And few major programs are education outreach program, GirlScript Summer of Code, Uplift, and GirlScript India Summit. So if you were in LinkedIn or any social media, and if you have come across GirlScript, then you will be knowing the impact of education outreach program, which had trained 5,000 plus students in this pandemic of span of 6 months for free. Absolutely free. They train for 5,000 members on online with various mentors from field experts to many students clarifying their doubts, creating projects. And yes, we team members are also beneficiary of this program. And the next one is GirlScript Summer of Code. It is an encouragement for the students to come into the open source world. So what is open source? Like where group of people will come together to make some projects. They might be unknown people. Yeah, we will be explaining about open source in some other events. But GirlScript Summer of Code was a project, like it was a platform where non-profit or other non-profit organizations were having their problems or issues, and students community will build some solution for them. So this GirlScript Summer of Code was a golden opportunity for students to explore their potential in their skills, learn together, and their mentors were also provided to train them. Coming to Uplift project has 1,700 people registrants and more than 2,000, but only 1,700 were allowed to participate. Groups were made, teams were made, and they were assigned the mentors to train either in soft skills or their technical skills. It was allowed for students to select which skill they want to learn in span of 3 months, and those were also reached very well. We got a good response. And coming to GirlScript India Summit, so Indian is very booming in technologies. We know many experts or many leading people have come from India. And if you see many contributors, like hope you people know like Tanmay Bhatt, who is a good even his podcast. He's very good at tech. He's front end developer, and there are many other tech experts. They came together and conduct in this event and told about their experience. There were panel discussions, and they were trained few important topics to the students. And this GirlScript India Summit, it has 1,800 members. Has got impact in past 3 years. So this time it was online, but past 2 years it was in offline event. So next year it will be conducted in the month of now October. So it has already over this year. So we should be waiting for next month. So coming to GirlScript SCE, it's a new team set up in Saptagiri College of Engineering. Yes, it's like a group of people who are very interested under the guidance of our seniors. So we thought of, okay, let's bring the GirlScript Foundation opportunities to Saptagiri College of Engineering. So from next time, there should be no one should say that yes, Saptagiri doesn't have any club for conducting events, workshops, or when other college students like you, I don't want to mention like PS, RV, there are many clubs for each and every category. We want to set up that culture in our college. So we want your support. We will be conducting everything will be free events. We will encourage students to use this platform, utilize these courses or online events, and improvise themselves and stand ahead from other college students. We want you people to compete with other students. And no one should say that okay, Saptagiri College doesn't have any facility or any public organizations which get tie up with them. So GirlScript SE is a student-oriented program. That means it's totally under students' ideas, mission, everything, and will be constantly contact with the GirlScript Bangalore guidance, and it will be also with contact with college. But it will be under student-oriented program. It's a student-oriented program. So our main motto will be simple: bring maximum opportunities to students. Yes, so you can see now we have conducted PyCamp SE. This has got more than 500 plus registrations from alone our college and few other students from other colleges also. We will be conducting in future like boot camps, like this is one of the boot camp, and sessions. We will bring the guest speakers there, and contest like hackathon and coding contest or other contests also, and soft skills, because one of the major part which students miss out during the coding culture is soft skills. So we will help them to train the soft skill under the experienced trainers. And inter college events, yes, there won't be any enjoyment if we don't compete with other students of other colleges. So we are bringing this inter college events. Everything has been planned, and placement preparation series. So the end of the year and in end of the session, what's the main thing? We want to be placed in good tech company, or we want to be capable to start our own startup with good technologies, right? So we are creating a platform where we will be supporting in all ways. I mean, in all every ways we will be supporting you. So we have planned, like from past few years, we know which are the companies will be coming to college, or there are many companies which have turned up to national drives. Like in this year, you can see TCS, Infosys, any companies. So we will be helping you how to prepare for this placement preparation right from second or third year itself. And offline events, yes, from January when the college opens, we are eagerly waiting to conduct all these things in offline events, because offline events will be more enjoyable, because we will be meeting each other physically and we will be having more interactions, more enjoyments. So we are eagerly waiting for offline events. So this was all about GirlScript SCE, Saptari College. In next, our main topic was why Python. So the everyone, when they say Python, okay, coding is not a part of mine. If you ask civil or mechanical people, they say I don't want to learn coding language. If you ask biotech or any other language people, they will say okay, Python I am feeling very hard to learn. When they come to CSIS branch, they say okay, I will learn Python in the last sem, let me learn C++, Java. But why are we starting Python right from the first event? Like our first event will be based on Python. Why? Simple reason. If it comes in terms of why Python language, it's very easy syntax. So if you say like bio non-CS coders, or if you are very beginning to coding language, coding world, or if you are very fear of programming or in logic building, then Python is the best one for you, because it has easy syntax. So what is syntax? Syntax is simple, like print hello world. If you want to print hello world in the program, you just need to write a simple one line code. Such easy methods are present in Python. And vast developer community, so it's very common. Like if syntax are very easy, more and more students or more and more developers come and use this code for the softwares. So of course there will be developers will be more. So when developers will become more, documentation support will be also be provided. That means when I do research on some programmings, I do some software, I will write an article and submit it to them. Right? In publicly, I will say, okay, I have done so much things. I have created a game, I have created a project using Python. So if someone like us who are very new and go and see documentation, okay, how to write code for like how to create some management system, anything program we have to write in Python, we will get documentation support from officially from Python and Python organization, and also from developers. And salary hike, we also know that Python is booming everywhere because of its technology. Python is being used by many technologies because of its easy syntax or easy methods. And of course the companies who need developers who are very good at Python, one of the skill is Python, not only Python, but one of the skill will be Python. So along with skill of Python, the other technologies dependent on Python should also be learned. Then of course the salary hike is more than other languages. We also know that Python is also beating Java. Yeah, we can't say like totally eradicating Java, but yeah, it is also competing very well to Java. It's one of the booming language right now. And coming to helpful for non-technical students, yes, as I said you before, if you're very new to technical field, if you are keen to start how to code from scratch, then Python is for you. And versatile means simple. If you are running a Python program in your system, and if you want to run the same program in your friend's system, for an example, it's a decent example, then it will be running. That means it will be running in your system also, it will give same output. And if you run the same program in your friend's laptop, it will give you the same input. So it's not dependent on any hard software or hard setup. It's very simple. We will guide you on how to set up the installation and everything. So coming to in terms of branch, so we have categorized few things like how Python make an impact in terms of branch, in terms of technology, in terms of career. So coming to terms of branch, CSIS, of course, it is one of the must language to learn for them. It's there is no options for them. Along with other languages, Python is must and should for them. Coming to EC and Triple E, why we have allowed every student to participate? Why we have encouraged every student to participate? Either they are from technical, non-technical. Is a simple reason. Many people who are from EC Triple E doesn't know that 46% of IoT developers, if you are going into the field of IoT, many people from EC and Triple E will be dreaming of going for IoT or IoT based companies, or related to technologies, embedded systems. Yeah, of course, embedded systems like Arduino, Raspberry Pi. So 46% of people will be using Python. So why will they be using Python? Because they don't have time for learning some hard languages and installing those things in the small chips, right? So Python is very easy. It's very small syntax and consumes very less memory. So it will be easily installable in softwares. I mean hard chips. So it would be very beneficial. So 46% IoT developers are using EC. And coming to biotech, yes, biotech people also has a subject called Python, and they will be facing very difficult because the textbook. When you start reading the textbook, you don't know any basics. Just directly enter into the Python field will make you doubt whether you can code or not, because logic building is quite complex and you need to learn it step by step, right? So coming to biotech, 73% of data analyst job need Python. So data analyst, in I told in terms of biotech people, like you have RNA sequencing and many other technologies like software. You have already have softwares, but there also, if you get a data science, if you want to make some tally between and comparison, you want to make data visualization, then of course biotech people don't have time to sit and code for the program, write the code to make the data visualization visible to them, or to make some analysis, to make some stats over it. So they need some easy language which they can learn, which it is very easy to understand, and they will implement to their job. Okay, so that's why data analyst job of from biotech field, 73% uses Python. Other than Python, they will be using R, but we will be using this Python because it's a dominant language right now. Coming to civil and mech, if you are thinking that you want to come into technical field but you are facing very difficult to understand how to code or how to learn code, or if you want to get placed, because we know that civil and mechanical engineering has very few opportunities in their core field, because I know that core field has huge demand for them. Like once they get into the core field, their life will be half settled, and from there how the scale is up to them, but getting the job is itself difficult. So we don't want them to waste their time going for some other jobs which are not usable, like marketing. I'm not saying it's low or high, but I'm saying which is not interesting. If they want to go for marketing, they can do other some BCom courses, but when coming to engineering, they need some technical jobs. So we recommend them to dive into the world of placement, I mean coding, just for the sake of placements. Because if you feel that yes, coding is part of my, yes, I can understand coding, I think I can go into this field more, then you can be part of other technologies which are dependent on Python. There are few softwares which are also built on Python. I will explain those also next. So yes, coming to technologies. Yes. So in terms of technology, everyone say, okay, Python, Python, Python. We will learn Python today. We will learn Python. We will learn coding. We will do some programs. We will writing contests. We will participate hackathons, everything. But what we'll be doing with Python? After learning Python, what we will be doing? So there are few technologies which are solely dependent on Python as its core concept. So if you know Python, you can dwell into so much technologies. Example, Django. I mean Django and Flask. So many people doesn't know. I mean, first year, second year students, probably other branch students doesn't know what are the opportunities present along with Python. So the first one is, if you want to create a website, and whatever you are seeing the front website, right? If you open the Amazon website, whatever you are seeing, those are called like front end developers. If you want to become a front end developer and back end developer, back end means behind there will be some databases, some functionalities working. So complete the person who is knowing both front and back in terms of websites or mobile apps, they will be using Django and Flask as one of their tech framework. Framework means it's simple a software or a platform. We will explain this each and everything in upcoming sessions after PyCamp event. So these technology is more famous and using Python. We will be doing this. Django and Flask is totally dependent on Python. Coming to machine learning. So nowadays, even though you are from code, I mean technical background or non-technical background, everywhere you can see the name called machine learning. It's a hi-fi word, recently been very famous, booming technology. There are lots and lots of openings in startups, not in big organizations, because in big organizations they take experienced people. Whereas when are you thinking, if you want to make a good solid project for your resume purpose, or if you want to dwell into open source world where a group of community developers will be creating some softwares and you want to contribute something, or you want to create a project, or you want to participate in startups, you are doing internships, then machine learning is must if you are part of CS background, or even though you are part of civil non-technical background. So if you want to enter to the technical field and if you know Python, then they will expect machine learning from your side. So coming to Arduino is one of just one example for easy people. I mean, electronics and triple E people. That yes, these software, these chips, Arduino, everything will be using Python as a programming language. Even embedded systems like our Raspberry Pi will also be using Python as a programming language. It's very easy. So once you learn Python and dwell into the Arduino, I mean IoT field, you can build some good, awesome robotics. You can enter into robotics field also. You can do some awesome projects on or using Arduino. I don't know more things about Arduino, but still we know we have seen the market, like how people are using Arduino for, even though they are from CS, non-CS, everything, they'll be using Arduino as part of their projects. Coming to Android, yes, Android developing Python is blooming nowadays. It's recently starting, but yes, you can build Android app using Python. But since it's not totally dependent on Python, but Python relate similar language like Dart, Flutter, so those things will be helpful. If you learn Python, you can dwell into the Android development also. So if you are creating an app for your phone, then Python will be a good choice, and you will be getting few like frameworks. Everything will be explained in like upcoming years. We have series of events. Scrappy, this is just introduction guys for you. Python, how Python, what's Python, and how the roadmap is present, how the market is demanding. Because just learning Python is not sufficient. You should also know the motto, why are you learning Python, and how will you implement it in your future, right? So next, Scrappy. So sometimes we must understand, like suppose you go to a website, Amazon, you will see lots and lots of features, but you wanted to filter that. You need a laptop with some configurations, and those laptops should be of so and so budget. If you want those data for your data visualization purpose, like making some graph, or example, you can go to World Health Organization what they say website. You want to make an analysis of corona, like how corona is increasing in which country day to day, what is happening. Then you want to get the data from the website and put it in a Excel sheet. For example, for instance, you can see, think as it an Excel sheet, and you want to make a pie chart or graph. Then which tool will be you will be using to extract the data from the website? Can you read each and every lines of the website and make a art, collect the data and put it in Excel sheet? It will be healthy. That's why Scrappy is present. Scrappy is for those people who want to make a web scraping. It Once you run those programs, it will automatically go to the website you have mentioned. It will capture the data. Data means the information present in the website. It will take those data and put it in the Excel sheet as per your requirement, and from then you can start your data visualization part. This can be very very useful for those people who are part of, who want to dwell into the biotech field, or those who want to be machine learning engineer or data scientist. So machine learning, data scientists, artificial intelligence, Arduino, robots, these are all interconnected. Next one will be Pygame. So if you are towards creating games, you love games a lot, and you want to create games in software, gaming softwares, and you want to publish everywhere, then Pygame is one of the software which will be is one of the library which is very famous everywhere. So using these inbuilt methods, what is inbuilt method is, it's already ready made, few things are present. You understand those things, and you will implement directly those things to your projects, and you will make your project more to a next level. And Fandango is one of the CAD software. Yeah, of course, CAD software of I mean, mechanical and civil engineering people will be, yeah, of course, first year people, everyone will be using CAD software, right? You will be knowing mechanical. One subject is there on CAD. So Fandango is one of the CAD software built on Python. And also here you will be doing CAD diagrams of your mission diagrams or whatever project diagrams. Everything will be done using Python. So I have just depicted very few technologies here. I wanted to tell that every field has been touched by these technologies. There is no restriction that only CS people want to learn. There is no restriction that only biotech or civil people want to learn. Everyone can learn Python. So these are the very few technologies made from Python and using Python as its core concept. So this Python will be the first step to enter to these fields. So coming to terms of career, so if you can see the image, so DevOps engineer, Python developer, research analyst, data scientist, data analyst, and software developer. So our purpose, if you are very good at Python, I mean, you are very good at coding language, and you want to excel to software field, then software developer will be the right option for you. Suppose you are very interested towards open source field, like using GitHub, You might be knowing GitHub. If you have attended our one of the previous event, Oktoberfest, you will be understanding what is open source, what is GitHub. If not, no issue. We will be connecting it again in some other days. Python developer. So if you are very good at Python, if you think that yes, Python can be take one higher level for few more technologies, there are many fields which are still not using Python, right? You can make them using Python. You can so if you develop Python more libraries and things, then you can become a Python developer. Research analyst, I told like before, if you want to make a data visualization, if you want to make a research, then Python will be one of your language. If you want to become a data scientist will be having statistics and Python programs. You can use R language or Python. So Python will be using. So what is data scientist or machine learning is very simple. Let me explain you in single line. So machine learning means, suppose you are using my Amazon for some product like laptop. Again, you are using frequently, and on some day you will open, after a long day you will open Amazon app, and suddenly you will start seeing it is recommended section. You will be seeing laptops of similar features you were expecting. So how does computer understand that you are searching for laptop, and sometimes you might go to some other apps, suddenly there will be ad based on laptops only. So how does computer understand that you were searching by laptops and you are thinking of purchasing laptop? So these are all things predicting. So if there were people told, right, in March only they told that July will be the hike for Corona. So how did they understand? They understood towards machine learning, predicting models, machine learning, and using data analyst to understand the data, how it is interacting, how the Corona cases are going on everywhere. I'm just giving a decent example for you people to understand everything. And later on, we will be going to each and every topic. I mean, each and every field as a session, as our events, contest, will be having more opportunities for you people. So coming to software developer, DevOps, Python, research, data science, data analysis, other than these things, as a part of a student, what can you do? You can dwell into the open source contribution. I am stressing again and again open source because there are many opportunities like paid or unpaid. That means they will be paying you. They will be paying you, not you are paying for them. They will be paying you for making, you are contributing something for their software. So that is open source. And competitive programming. So many people might have told that programming is not just a language to code something for others project, but it is also a mind sport. There are many official websites, or I mean official contests global wide, where competitive programming is conducted every week, every month, every year. So few websites are like CodeChef, Codeforces, ACPMC. These are the, this might be new things for you, but yes, competitive programming can be a sport, and you can use for beginning purpose. You can use Python as a part of competitive programming. You will be writing more and more codes there. Later, you can switch to some very which is very suitable for competitive program like C, C++ or Java. You will be switching there. But yes, Python will be a good foundation for you for starting your career there. You might not believe that competitive projects, there are many people who are earning millions and millions just doing competitive programming at home. You can just Google about competitive programming. It's very interesting concept. We will introduce this competitive programming in our college also. We will be conducting events on inter-college on competitive programming itself. So coming to hackathons. So what are hackathons? Let me give an idea for both non-tech coders or first year students, everyone, about what is hackathon. It's very simple. Hackathons doesn't expect you to make some good build, some big projects and submit it. No, it's a myth. The fact is simple. Hackathons are made that, suppose you have given a problem and you are given 24 hours time, how will you build a solution for it? That's all. They expect only that much. They don't expect you to build total software. They don't expect you to know every technology. They wanted to know that they like companies. There are many companies which will be investing on some software. They have some problems, but if they give that problem to some other organization to solve, they will charge for millions or thousands of lakhs of rupees, right? Instead, what they will do, there are many innovative minds like students who are very good at few technologies, right? They will conduct an hackathon. They will throw this problem, saying that solve this problem, we will give you amount, we will give you prizes with, and the best performer will also be taken as a employee for their organization. So such opportunity is present in hackathon. They don't expect you to build it totally. They will ask, what is your idea? How innovative is your idea? How these things will come? If you believe it or not, many tech innovative ideas, like you might be thinking like startups, you might be thinking about Zoom car. I mean, there are many technologies, right, which are very day-to-day life. They are very impactful for us, like bounce. So these things have come via hackathons only. So 24 hours time, and you will be thinking for a solution. If you get solution, it's well and good. If you didn't get solution, you will be learning something at that time. They and hackathons will be having continuous 24 hours, 48 hours. So they will be having some events. It will be awesome. I will explain you hackathons in some other day. So coming to internships, also the motto before going to placement or before joining a job, the main thing will be internships, because you want to get an internship in a company, they expect you to know Python. Because why Python? Because if you know Python, you will be knowing some things about machine learning or IoT or any other tech like Django. If you want to become a web developer, you will be knowing Django. You will be having some projects in your hand. So yes, internships, it will give an edge over. If you go to Java, right, or Java C++, they are very strong than Python, but exposure are less compared to Python, because nowadays, which are all startups you can see, they are all dependent on Python more, because they are dependent on machine learning field or many other fields. So they expect you to know Python and build some projects using Python framework. I mean Python related technologies. So these were the things for in terms of career. So hope I explained you about like why Python, what are the things you will learn Python, and don't worry guys if you didn't understand what is Python or what all things here present. It might be very complex to things. We will take each and every topic as an event, or in we will bring speakers and make sure that you will be having knowledge of each and everything, at least by end of your final year. If you're in first year or fourth year students now who are fourth year or third year, start preparing for Python, because we will be upcoming events, everything will be dependent on Python, C++, Java. But yes, Python will be the major part. So at last, the most awaited event was PyCamp SCE. So 2 weeks online Python bootcamp. Yes, we are conducting it for 2 weeks, like almost 14 days. So it will be starting from today, 28th October till 12th November. So we have given a resource link. Before going to resource link, I want to go to one more part. It is called Don't Be a Syntax Programmer. So why I'm saying syntax program? Syntax means what? It's a line of code you are writing. So suppose you're by hatting. If you're by hatting the code like the question answers in your colleges, then it will be waste of time and waste of energy, because Python or any programming language, or if you are coming into the entering into the world of coding language, Python language is something to communicate with the computer. That's all. It's not, it's totally, that's the world. No, it's a part of like communicating. Like I want to tell something to you, I am speaking in English. So how will I speak in English? That's, well, you will be understanding the things, right? Similarly, how well I will be coding in Python, how well I will be telling the logic to the Python, logic to the computer, it will understand more easily. So building the logic is more important than syntax. So our idea is learn concepts. So yeah, understand why this syntax is being, like why print is used, why brackets have put, why those double quotes have put, or why should we put semicolon in other languages, what all these things have wrote. So you will understand the concept behind the syntaxes. The next thing will be experimenting with the syntax. Yes, you will understand today you will learn some simple concept of Python. You will start implementing it. I mean, what they will say, like just understand, experiment the code. Okay, what if I don't put the bracket? What will happen if I don't put the double quote? What I'm speaking is about this one. So you can see, right, print hello world. So what if I didn't write this print, or what if I write some extra word here? What if I miss one of the bracket? What will happen? So this is called as experimenting with syntax. This is most useful because many contests nowadays will be having like debug the code. So you might be heard this word, debug the code. So what is debug the code? They will give you some errors. They will make some mistake. They will ask you to correct it. So why they want you to be very well and good this in this one? When you enter, remember guys, when you enter to any hackathons or any projects, or if you do project from scratch from your side, no issue. If you are start open source, like contributing to other software, or as soon as you go into the internship, you will not be given a separate project, a separate task. They will say, okay, take this project, these are the resources, materials, study this and do this from scratch. No, they won't say like that. They will already be developing something like product, something website. Okay, when you enter, they will as soon as say that, okay, this is our website, understand what we are doing. There are just a little documentation provided for you to understand. If any error present, you have to you have to rectify it and develop it. So what happens, you want to understand what they have written already. That, because if you have wrote, you will understand what it is, but others have wrote, so it is very difficult. That's why Debugging the code is very, very essential. Make errors, make mistakes in the while learning Python, and learn how to overcome those errors. So you must be so intelligent that when an error will be thrown by the computer, you should understand, okay, this error is caused because of so and so issue wrote in code. So you have to go directly through that line, rectify it, and come back and run, and it should execute. Such good programmer will be expected in the company internships everywhere. So next will be implement syntax into code. Yes. So what was syntax? Syntax means I told, right? Print, brackets, the double quotes. So those will be syntax, or they will be giving some method. Like they will say, find the largest number in a given number. There will be a method present. If you learn just only method, you are called a syntax programmer. But if you know how to implement, suppose they will say there are group of numbers, don't feel tough, it's very easy. If you have group of numbers and you want to find the second largest, like 1 to 10, you want to find the directly number 9, then what will you do? So you want to know how your syntaxes will be used to write in program to get the second largest number. It's very simple. Suppose print hello world, you want to print the hello Saptagiri college. So how will you change this? How will you code these things? So that is the next part, implementing syntax into code. And the fourth part will be code to build project. These are the step by step. So first you will learn concept, next you will experiment with it, next you will implement it to your code. Next, what will you do? What's next after learning Python? If you want to enter to Django, machine learning, data scientist, data visualization, or any field, you want to build few small projects to make sure that you have understood the concept. Until unless you can build a project, it's not sure that you will be knowing the code perfectly, right? You want to test whether you know the logic, whether you can build software, right? At the end, at the companies, you won't be writing the program just for like placement purpose. You will be writing like for some softwares. So you will also be part of building projects. You are not writing just programs. So you will be learning how to code, how to code to build projects will be next. So once you have built the projects, the next part will be develop your skills. So major part, like while building the project, you will understand what are your weakness points, where you have to stress more to learn, which concepts you are missing out, or how you could have improved your project to one more higher level, how you can make that your project is something useful for social cause or some purpose. How will you make this idea? By developing your skills. So once after learning Python, you will create a small project using Python. So once after done Python, you will enter to Django framework, Django or machine learning, any platform, any field. You will make some projects there. You will understand, okay, these are the things I want to do, experiment, I want to learn more, I want to excel in this field. Then start improvising in that particular field. It's not compulsory that you have to know machine learning, DevOps, Python developer, Django, C, Java. It's not compulsory to know everything. It's you, if you know Python, you should be expert in Python. If you know Python related machine learning, you should be well and fine in machine learning. So that is the motto of a programmer. So it's not to become just a syntax programmer. You should be become a real coder or real programmer. So coming back to our PyCamp SCE event. So this is the link given. So what are we doing here? Let me redirect it. This is again. So we have come across a unique idea of making a website which helps you to learn Python very well. So why did we come this unique idea? So here what we'll be doing is we will be doing a blended learning. So many people doesn't know what is blended learning. Blended learning means it's a self-paced learning. So when you enter to suppose if you are a student, you are very new to beginning to Python, you will enter to the you are interested to learn. If you learn from college, like college teachers will be teaching Python, one teacher will be teaching Python from A to Z, everything she will teach. Suppose what if you don't understand their learning or their accent or their way of teaching, right? There will be issue. You can't go and ask someone else. Suppose, okay, you will say, let's go to YouTube. I will learn from YouTube. They will say, okay, you will go for YouTube, but from where will you start? Which YouTube channel or which link, which resources will you refer? Which are the topics which are mainly important to learn Python? What to read and what not to read, because it's very, very important. What to read, you have plenty of things to read, study, to learn, to implement. But what not to read. It's waste of time, right? If you learn Python for 6 months, just learning Python, and doing some Python, just learning Python from various 2 or 3 YouTube channels, or 2 or 3 courses like Coursera, EDX, or Udacity, or Udemy. What's use if you don't build projects, or what's use if you don't implement it, go to next level, right? Just doing learning programming languages is not sufficient. So we have come with the unique idea of making, we have chosen best resources from across the YouTube. We have it from the best experienced people. We have got information from them. We have organized it. We made analysis, like how many percent of people are using this channel, or which resources they are using. So we have come across a schedule which will be starting like 28. Today is day 0, and we will be giving you 5 days, like to 14 days of time total. So what we have done, we have given a topic, series of topics on day 0. We will tell, okay, go and do as per given. Look, today is orientation going on. So right after orientation, we have given a 7 tips to learn programming language faster, because that is the most efficient, right? Just learning programming is not important, but learning how fast you learn, how effectively you learn is more important. Then installation, right? The next part will be installation. You should be knowing how to install which and all softwares you want to run Python. Suppose like many non-tech people, like very new to begin in Python, like civil, mechanical, biotech, EC people, they may get stuck in installing Anaconda. It's one of the famous software for Python. So what they can do, they can go for Google Colab. So what I can say is, like, not everything is required to be software installed in your system. Few things are there in online also, like online notepad, which you can online, you can open it and you can work and you can close it off similarly, but you want to save, right? So similarly, Google Colab is one of the effective way. Many people use it for even machine learning purpose till that level. So if you feel that Anaconda are installing software for your system, or your system is not compatible for learning Python, then you can go for this Google Colab. Nothing else. You just need your Gmail account. Like as you use your Gmail, you will be using Google Colab. Nothing else they will expect. It will be, everything will be stored in online, so no need of storage problem also. So coming to day 1, there will be like we have given articles and few channels, like how to start learning programming language, what are operators, variables, condition. These are the famous topics and major very important topics. So at the end of the course, what will happen at the end of the course, you will be very you will be knowing every very good effective way of these concepts. Okay, we are telling you this concept you will understand very well. So at the end of the day, you have to implement. We have given that opportunity also. So here we have conducted now on November 4th. Remember the date, please. November 4th, we will be having a quiz. So you will be given an opportunity to test yourself, like how much well you have learned from the past these 6 to 7 days. Like, look, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1 and 2, and we have given 3 as a break, because we can understand not everyone are in same pace. Few are beginners, few are very fast. So what we have done is we have given series of topics. Once you learn these topics, you will get 1 day break to revise all these topics. To get, if you have doubts, we will be there for you, and then attend the quiz. So on 4th, you will be attending the quiz. On 5th, there will be hackering contest. So what is the motto? So when you go to, though you are very good at Python, though you are doing very good at your local system, but in placements or in any competitions, they will not ask you to do it in your system. I mean, your software, right? You need a platform. They will give a platform like HackerRank, HackerEarth, or CodeChef, CodeForces. They will give a platform, or they will be having their own platform. They will give that platform. They will ask. They will give a question. You want to answer it, right? So if you learn this much and become silent, then you will become a syntax programmer. But we want you to become a real coder. That's why, to test your knowledge, whiz, and then to introduce you to the competitive programming world. You can kickstart your competitive programming world right from this day, hacker and contest day. Or you can start your coding. You can become expert. You can build your logic. Everything will be starting from this hacker and contest. So this is to test your knowledge and how you will be building your logic. Don't worry, HackerRank is very good platform. We have very simple, very good questions for beginner to intermediate, I mean advanced level. Many people here, I know you already know Python very well, but this learning this manner will be very effective. This is called blended learning, and it has been proved that it is more comfortable, because you can learn early morning 5, or you can learn at the evening time. No one will restrict you. The target is simple. On the same day, you have to complete the topics. You will be having a satisfaction of like completing it on time. And yes, we know that just giving you topics and leaving will be not a good thing. So that's why we are bringing on November 1st. That will be on Sunday from to 1:30 p.m. So it's like almost 2 to 2.5 hours. We will be having a mentor session. Like mentor session are not normal any students or something else. One of the person from specialist in Python is also a professional, has done very various achievements in various field, and he is going to come to help you on all these topics. He will be revising each and every topic for you, and he will also be explaining you how to become more proficient in Python and how to lead your next map, like your next career in Python. So at that day you can ask any doubts, any not you can ask even a single simple doubt like why print hello world is being used. You can ask any doubts to them, but what we expect from back to you, we need you to go through every topics. It was like very we have put very effort, I and my team, like almost 5 to 6 members, like almost two, we have spent 2 months to create a perfect curriculum, and everything is from the free resource materials. uh, for example, if I go to operators, you can see one of the YouTube channel has been given there. We have given few YouTube channels there. So we will be redirecting you to the YouTube channels, and we will be giving particular topic from particular YouTube channel. Why? Because as I said before, if you follow one single YouTube channel, you will not understand everything, right? So you may face it is difficult for you to understand. What how about trying other YouTube channels? That's why from particular YouTube channel, few particular topics where they have explained very nice, we have chosen this, we have watched each and every videos to select it, and we have put it up here. So if you go to variable expression statement, some other will be explaining it very well. And if you go to conditional execution, some other channel, and some way we will be the same YouTube channel will be resource will be repeated, like from the same teacher, the who will be telling you about operators, might come in reference or string basics also. Why? Because it's up to you. Like you will be given two options: either you can explore as per our schedule. If you go completely as per our schedule, it's more than enough that you will be very good to kickstart your journey in Python. If you feel that okay, the person who explained operator is very nice, I think I should go along with him, then yes, of course you are welcome. You can go into his YouTube channel and complete all his topics which are mentioned here. If he has missed anything, you can come back here, you can take that reference as reference and study. And moreover, we have also keeping the mind of beginners, like few people who might feel hard in understanding English. So I mean, which is like foreign, if they are foreign trainers, I mean foreign speakers, will be very difficult, right? So we have keeping in mind of accent of how they will understand. We have uh, kept that also in mind while making this curated topics. So every topics has been explained here. For example, you saw one more thing is there. One second, list. So not only one single topic may help you to learn expert in list, because single topic list can do half of your work in Python. You will learn understand the power of list later on. So it is not required that only one topic may inspire you. So that's why we have given a document for few such topics where some extra resources materials will be very helpful for you. So list basic, if you are from background of biotech or civil mechanical, then list basic and documentation is enough. But if you feel that yes, I want to excel, I want to make more understanding, I want to do more, but for projects and purpose, if you want to dwell into total like placement level, then list advanced is must, and documentation is given from official Python documentation. So there will be no one to mislead you. That's the main thing, right? So suppose in interview they will ask why we should write print. Then if you say some YouTube channel person has told something and you say the same way here, it will be wrong. So we have given you direct resources from official Python topics, like list for documentations which you can refer, and you will understand totally very nice, because this will be very easy, like 10 to 15 minutes video every day. If you even if every day if you spend like we have kept a time, yes, 45 to 60 minutes is enough for one day. That's more than enough, or maximum it may go like this day. On day 3 we have kept few extra topics. Why? Because on day 4 mentor will be there. So as much as you learn the day before mentor, it will be very beneficial for you to ask doubts, clarify your doubts, ask about Python, Python's scope in the field, and your every doubts will be clarified on the mentor program. We will announce everything in our social media page, and we'll update it in WhatsApp group also. So in case if you have not following our social media page, every events will be there, will be announced there. Then you have to visit, we have given links here. Please visit our page and follow us and support us. So next will be advanced Python. So these are like, this is for your project purpose. So if you are going to make a project, if you are just making some coding, enough, this much is enough. But if you are making some projects, if you are entering totally into the Python field, then lambda, exception and file handling, regular expression is must and should. And after completing these days, you will get a break. So you will revise it. You will, if you have doubts in any of these days also, we have WhatsApp group. We will open it for a certain time every day. You can ask your doubts, and many people who are already knowing Python will also be there to voluntarily help you. So no issue about it. And next will be quiz. As I said before, Python quiz will be very, very easy. So one more thing I should say, the same mail ID from which you have registered should be participated in quiz, in HackerRank and Python projects, because we will be uh, like calculating with the mail ID, because it will be unique, right? So using mail ID, we will be calculating the marks and everything. So don't worry, even if you are beginner, this is beginner friendly to intermediate level. You will get an understanding how much well you have learned, because you are not school day children where we have to spoon feed, like conducting every day, every sessions. But yes, we are self-paced, we are engineers, we know how to learn, how to get resource. If we have resources, we will learn ourselves. That is the idea, right? Even if we have exams, even if we have teachers to teach, many people, like it's off topic, like many people will be learning one day before the exam, taking the notes. It's simple. Similarly, we will be having these resources. So go through this. And yes, after hacker and contest, we will be providing the link here. You can click here. And giving, coming to Python project. So what we'll be expecting in Python project, we won't expect you to make a machine learning model. We won't expect you to make some website. We won't expect you to make some awesome games. Okay, we are expecting you to make some simplest program using Python, to understand, to prove that how well you know Python. Simple, using input. Like how will you take input? How will you make some manipulation, or how will you calculate? Example, best example will be calculator. Creating a calculator using Python is one of the most recommended projects for the beginners, right? So if you go to Python projects, you will be redirected to our article where we have explained every each and step. We have already guessed your doubts and we have clarified here. You can see like PyCamp task submission, this will be the last day. We will also be guiding you each and every step. Each and every day we will remind you like about our events, like updates in WhatsApp group. So be online, be active in the group. So you can see here what's the task. It's simple. You want to make a project which will interact with the user, take some input, give some output, make some manipulation and give some output as per required. Okay, so should my project need HTML, CSS, Django or any famous technologies, I mean those frameworks? No, we don't expect anything. We just expect you to use strings, loops, conditional statement like if else, or I mean if else, such kind of simple syntax. Everything will be there in the YouTube videos, I mean the resources we have shared. And next will be on which topics I can do projects. So we have given three themes, because if we don't give topics, you will be having no idea on what thing I have to do. So we have given three topics here, like education related means calculator. If you are conducting some quiz, like some, you will give some input like some quiz, and it should give something output. Like there are a few quiz games created in Python. Games like tic-tac-toe, number games. There are many games also. Social cause, like if you are thinking of making something contribute, you have to start of making preparation for contributing to something to world, like social purpose. You can make corona helpline chat where you will say hi and it will respond hi back to you. So how will you write this one? Similarly, and if you ask how many cases, it should give some random numbers, no issue. Or if you say today 5 members were attacked by corona, and tomorrow if the same number doubles, what will happen? It should give some calculation, like today 5, tomorrow 10. Simple. So those are like, I'm giving in respective of to corona. You can do anything related to social cause, like you can say some stats, fact, like you will ask, okay, how many people are suffering from hunger? You should some give some random number. It's simple. It's the main motto is you have to make some simple project. So if you want some ideas, like You may say like, I don't have ideas on making some project, or I need some examples of projects. We have given an article, it's very nice. They have almost 40 to 50 project ideas for beginners to intermediate level itself. So can I do on some other theme I'm fond of? Yes, we love out of box ideas, because if you are coming one step forward towards innovative ideas, we will be there for you to help you, encourage you, right, in all aspect of ways. So it's up to you. You can choose anything. If you feel like, okay, I want to do something else like AI, I mean not AI, something else. Yes, you can do, but the main intention, we don't expect, like we don't see any HTML, CSS, whatever designs, we don't see is how implement, how you have implemented the code. We will go through each and every code you have wrote, lines of code. So you might say, I'm really confused on how to do, like you may say like, okay, I know topics, but I don't know how to do those things. I want a sample video on how to do these things. We have given few topics, like 3 videos, where you can see they have made 3 projects, very very simple, like in this, the third one is like 5-minute project. Okay, it's so simple. And yeah, of course we have Google. You can find a lots and lots of resources there. Where to submit, we have given a form here, which this will be unlocked on from the day 6, I mean November 6th we will unlock it. So you can submit your uh, task here. So how will you be doing is, you will create a project, you will run it in your program. Later, if your program is working fine, you take a screenshot, submit in our task, and also give that file in the drive. I mean, upload it in your drive, or just there will be a choose file option. Okay, we will show it for you. Okay, I have closed it, right? So I have closed it. We will show it you, and we will you will get to know about it. Like choose file, you will upload your file. That's all. We will run it in our local systems, and we will get to know how it is working. You can put a screenshot also. It will be very, very helpful for us to understand. I know these things. I wish to make some challenging projects. Okay, there are many students I know, juniors. They are very well and good at Python coding. They are all experienced already. And they want to utilize this to take one more level, right? These projects will be simple for them. So for them, GirlScript Bangalore, the official GirlScript Bangalore chapter, has their projects. They have some challenging projects in their GitHub repository. If you don't know GitHub repository, don't worry. You just go to this link. They every month, like November, December, January, like this month was regarding Hacktoberfest. They have given projects. So next month, like November, they will be having some other challenging problems. It will be very easy using Python, nothing else. Python or any other language. So if you do project and submit there, if they see that yes, your project is working fine as per required, then they will give you badge, and the GitHub repository, your GitHub repository will be getting a tag name of GirlScript Bangalore, and you will be getting a badge which will be posted in your social medias. You can post it in social medias. And next, should I do both? No, it's not at all mandatory, but yes, it will be extraordinary. Yeah, because if you are doing this simple projects and submitting to us, and if you are doing this GitHub project and giving this URL, the one you have submitted, right? So just submit the URL to us. That will be more than enough. So yes, if you do both, you will be extraordinary. Coming to one few more things. So this was all about topics. You can see tuple basic, dictionary basic, set basic. If you go for reference, we have given the documents like tuple advanced, dictionary advanced, and documentation set advanced. Everything is from the best YouTube channels, best of the best resources. This is not just by the team of 6 members, but it is almost like 50. Like you might be knowing, we have done a survey also regarding this. We had sent one survey to you people asking what technologies you need, and one more survey for outside the people, like many global tech community platforms. Wherever we know, we have got few recommended channels, and from there we have picked and curated this content. So I can bet that this will be the best, more than your textbooks. Coming to, this will be one day. Okay, quiz will be one day open, but hacker rank test will be open for only 3.5 hours. So you have to come at the time we have mentioned and log in and participate. Don't worry if you didn't do, but you will be going back with your experience, right, of participating in hacker rank. So coming to prizes, yes, there will be no events, will be enjoyment if you don't give some credits to you people, right? So yes, prizes will be there. So for those people who complete these topics, how will we know that you have done something? We'll be knowing this via this quiz. So if you participate in quiz, no matter how much score you do, just participating in quiz, can get you a certificate of participation. So someone may ask like something, you can put it up, the certificate you can, it will be coming from official GirlScript Foundation, and you can put it up in your social medias, like when everyone are putting about Mirzapur or some other web series, you can post it something you have done productive work in your free time, right? So you can get a certificate of participation. And suppose you have done all these three participation, okay, you have tried your best for quiz, you have tried your best for hacker, and you have tried your best for making some Python projects, then well and fine, we will be happy to give you certificate of completion of like quiz, coding, project. You have completed all three, then you will be getting certificate of completion in this Python bootcamp. This is more valuable than like some certificates which you will get in online auto generated. Like even if you get from Udemy, that will be not worth. If they ask like, okay, you have certificate from Python, what have you done? You will be having a response of that. You have done some project, you have participated in a quiz, you have done got some rank in HackerRank. You can put it in your social media, right? There are lots of people, thousands of people every day learning Python, getting certified from various platforms. But what is the proof that you have implemented it? So we have given a platform for you project implement, to test your programming skill logics, to kickstart your programming world, HackerRank contest, and to know your knowledge Python quiz. Simple. So coming to certificate for top 10 performers. So yes, those people who will be performing well in quiz plus HackerRank contest plus Python project. So the top 10 will be getting certificate for top 10 performers. The certificate name will be like top 10 for performers of the boot camp. So don't worry, like uh, this top 10 people will be based on like how people will be very active in the event. So of course we'll give top 10 perform. We thought of giving only for three, but yes, we got a good response from the people of like per now we have 100 plus participants, and if we give just only three, it won't be justice. So that's why we have requested to increase it for top 10 performance. And yes, it will be coming from GirlScript Foundation coding contest project. So how will we evaluate? Simple. We don't see your HTML, CSS, Django, models, anything. We will see only your project, how you have implemented, and like basic functions like Python loops, lists, strings, tuples, how are you using those things. And coming to hacker and contest, as per your score there, and quiz, like how much ever score you get. So we will take average of all three things, and we'll do this top 10 performance. If you participate in all these three, you will be getting a certificate of completion. So mentor, don't forget on November 1st, 11 a.m. to 1:30, we are bringing the specialist, I mean professional. It was very difficult for us to bring. Yes, we have done it. Like GirlScript Bangalore is very encouraging for us. They are taking from like from globally, they are searching, and we needed as per our requirement, like because beginner to intermediate, so we need someone who is very good at teaching, I mean very good at explaining, clearing the doubts, right? So we have selected one person, I mean we have got an opportunity to get one person who is very good. We will explain, we will tell it in social media pages. And advanced Python, it will be very beneficial projects. So this was all about our PyCamp SCE, and this PPT will be shared on WhatsApp group. It will be the link will be given in your we'll update it in your WhatsApp group description. We will put every resources there, and every day we will open the group for discussion purpose, and we will be there to help you, and few volunteers will also be there to guide you if you get any stuck anywhere. So I told you, don't be a syntax programmer. Prize rules, certificate of participation, certificate of completion, certificate of top 10 performance. And what after this event? This is a major part, right? Like we GirlScript SCE has been conducting this Python bootcamp as our first event. After this event, our next event will be suspense, because it will be totally dependent on AI, ML, and other few brainstorming sessions. And of course, this will be having guest speakers also. We will be bringing speakers. Don't worry about that. We will be bringing the best of the best TEDx speakers, or the people who have done some amazing what is like amazing achievements in their particular fields. We will bring them. And yes, one more thing I have to tell, that yeah, very soon we will be starting placement series for you people, which will be very beneficiary for your upcoming events. We will discuss those things in coming days, but right now, so all the best for your Python PyCamp bootcamp. We expect you to be active participants. If you have any doubts, please ask us in WhatsApp group. We'll be always there for you help. You can ask those people who have previously participated in Hacktoberfest. They have good experience with us, right? In the regarding the task. The task we gave there was more complex than this, but still we got an awesome response from them, and they got a certificate, and they have uploaded in social media and got recognized also. So Don't miss this chance. Utilize this opportunity. If you have any doubts, you can ask. That's not from my side. I think I got quite speed. Any doubts, you can put it in chat list. Chat. Any doubts, guys? No doubts?